Alrighty. I think we are finally rolling. Can everybody hear me okay? Let me know. I've been, just so everybody know what's going on, if you're subscribed to my secondary channel, I've had to do a lot of adjustments for the audio using the new streaming software. So if the audio sounds a little low, all I can say is turn it up to max. I've been trying to reduce background noise and stuff. So can everybody see and hear me okay? Okay, awesome. So we're good to go. Perfect. Finally got this all going. All right. It's been a minute since my last live stream. And all right, everything is looking good on my end. Awesome. So yeah, as I was saying, if anybody's subscribed to my secondary channel, I ran like so many tests yesterday. I was literally working on getting a new streaming software set up for like the last, well, like 3 hours last night and then 2 hours today. So we are off and rolling. Good to see everybody here. Yes, Ray. That's one of the only things I'm going to have to leave it this way for now. It's going to be in 720p, but the high definition on the USB microscope. So yeah, 720 is the best I'm going to be able to do for the current format I'm using. But I think the picture still looks pretty good. Good to see you, Amy. Boston Baked Beans, Mud Swat. Coit Morrison, good to see you. And we've got Steve, Mason, Brian. Tom, good to see you. Southern Relics, Ted, Miss Jamie, Brian, Judy, a lot of people in here. All right, so pretty excited. I got a lot of stuff on the way. Not only do I have a lot more metal detecting hunts on the way, and good ones too. I've been lazy on the good ones because the videos take a lot more editing. So there's a lot of stuff on the way as far as metal detecting, and I'm gonna start hopefully doing some more coin related videos with my microscope, but like regular uploads as well as live streams. So we'll see how it goes. I was over at the project house today for a few hours just doing some yard work and stuff because the weather's been mild, so I've been keeping busy with that. So let's see. I just want to test a few more things, so if you can all bear with me because this is the first stream here. If everybody let me know if my if the sound is synced up to my mouth. If not, try refreshing and we'll see if that works. Like I said, this is my first time using this new streaming software. It seems pretty good on my end, but I just want to see what everyone's feedback is on this, and then we're going to get in. You can see I have the screen all figured out and the layout and the framing, so you can actually see the whole box while I'm hunting here now. And I'll hang out in the chat a minute before we start going through the $50. We'll wait till we get some more people in here as well. So first of all, I just put this here for now. I'll be doing more videos in the future about stuff I found metal detecting. But this right here, this is probably the best coin I found this year so far metal detecting. It is a really nice 1915 Barber quarter. I don't know if it's quite a VG8. I think it might be slightly lesser. At least a good 6. But it's a really nice coin, and I found this metal detecting in this spring. You can see it has a Denver mint mark there. Kind of nice gunmetal gray color with a little bit darker tarnish kind of in the fields. I think it really makes the detail pop. But that's probably one of the best coins I found metal detecting this year so far. Figured I'd throw it up there just until we find a good $50 or something for the hunt. So hopefully nobody comes in and thinks I found a Barber half. That's funny, but we'll leave it right there on the date. So yeah, I found that at a house built in 1928, so that was really pushing it on age. That was probably dropped right around the time the house was built. Obviously, coins from that range would have still been in pocket change in the the late 1920s. Yeah, you're funny, Silver Sleuth. Hunter, hi from Missouri. Well, I'm from Missouri. You're in Missouri. That's what I meant. Hey, Carol. Okay. All right. So thank you for the feedback, everyone, letting me know that the sound is in sync. That is awesome. All right. So not sure how good the notifications are going to go out. I'm hoping it's similar with the software. I don't know how it runs through YouTube. We got 54 people right here right now. The only thing I didn't figure out how to do is like preset custom thumbnails for the streams. So I am not sure what it's going to look like. I'm actually going to check something here for one moment, and we're going to just start diving into some roles. Okay, well, until I process it, it's not going to show me. So what showed up for the picture of the stream, guys, when you clicked on it? Was it my like starting page that said starting soon? Was it that, or was it something else? Let me know. Okay. I don't have... Should pop up here in a second. And I'm going to be working to add more features on the streams. I don't want to do too many bells and whistles and make it crazy. But I'm not getting the notifications I can see at the top. I see somebody became a new member, but I don't have any way to click on it and see who it is. I'm going to have to work through some of this in the future. I apologize for this, but like I said, I can't see who became a member. So whoever just became a member, thank you. I can see it kind of up there. For some reason, it's not showing up in the chat for me. I will probably have to find a way to add notifications for members and super chats to the streaming software here. All right, so let's go ahead and start looking through some coins. If somebody wants to, it's not a big deal if nobody wants to. I just want to see if somebody sends like a 99-cent super chat just to like see if it's showing up right on my end. I want to see if it should show in the chat. I don't know why the new member thing didn't show up in the chat. Maybe because it's a newer feature, but I'm hoping the super chats come through okay. I'd hate for somebody to send like a $5 super chat or something and me not be able to see it. So, but I'm guessing the super chat should work okay. And let's go ahead and get my gloves ready. Sandra says she can't hear anything. No idea. JC's Ancient and Medieval Coins, £2 super chat came up okay. I can see it here. Thank you for that test. I really appreciate that. It is showing up in my chat. And Miss Jamie just sent a 99 cents. Thank you. They're showing up. Okay, so we know the super chats are good. I'll have to work and try to get the members sorted out. Okay, so I can see Joel is the new member. Thank you, Joel. I see you now in the chat. Thank you. All right. All right, awesome. Okay. Somebody's saying the chat is the scope is covering up the cam. Can I move it to the opposite corner? It should not be covering the chat. The chat should be independent. Try changing your screen size. Like either go to full, like mess with the size of your screen. go to full screen or like normal view. That should not be happening on anybody else's end. I don't want to mess the stream. I don't want to move it on the stream here unless anybody else says it's messing them up too, because I kind of have the right framing that I want for it, and it'll be. I don't want to change it right now. Yes, Amy, the eagle got cleared off a little bit. I still have all the stickies, though. I'm going to figure out what to do with them. I have every sticky I have ever written out, so they are not disappeared. And they don't stick really well to that, like that kind of like plasticky plexiglass or whatever it is. So they were like falling off this way. They were falling off of it. But anyway, let's get into some coins. But Amy with the $5 super chat, thank you very much, Amy. I appreciate that. Okay, so Silver Sleuth said, JD, I sent you a super chat sticker. Did I see that? Tonight? The super stickers must not be showing up on my end. I can see the super chats. But if the super stickers aren't working out, I will have to figure that out next time. Carol's sync is still off. I'm not sure what to say. Let's see. Ha, very funny, Sandra. Okay, so I do have some cool news also. I have 3 boxes that I picked up from my bank here. One of them has a silver ender, so I'm hoping we got some good boxes. But yeah, I've got a 40% reverse silver ender in my second box. This is box number 1. I normally let everybody pick the box, but I had to get this set up, and it would have been. I wanted to make sure everything was ready to go tonight. So tonight, I'm doing them in order. Okay, we're getting the party started. Okay. Let me get my bag set up. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get in some coin rolls. The only thing interesting on the ends and in this box is I have one right here that looks like it could be an NIFC ender. It's in really good condition. And something cool, I also have a sort of rainbow-toned bicentennial reverse ender, which I might be able to slide under the scope here. Yeah, it's going to be too fuzzy. I can go super close in. My goodness. This scope's going to be awesome. Check that out. Yeah. All right. We'll go back to the... Oh, yeah. This is going to be awesome. Check that out. All right. So I'm very excited about this. Oh, what a pain in the butt it was to set all this up. But hey, it was worth it, and I'll be able to do some awesome and even pre-recorded videos in the future using my scope. That way I can relax, sit here, educate everybody about coins, and do like show and tell and stuff like that. It's going to be awesome. And when I do pre-recorded videos where I'm not doing coin roll hunts, I can blow up the... the close, blow up the USB microscope so it takes up more of the screen, and I can move over and sit like here. So we can blow up the coins like super big. So it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, getting the new microscope was nothing. It's the technical end of things that really take a lot of effort. A reverse ender means the back of the coin is showing. Meaning I can't see the date. It's the reverse of the coin. That's what I mean by a reverse-facing ender, which means the reverse of the coin on the end of the roll, and I can tell it's a 40% silver from sort of the coloration of the coin. Steven, what's going on? Ray, the microscopes, actually, these pluggable USB microscopes you can get on eBay brand new for only like $40. They're really not all that expensive. And I actually got one that was barely used in the original box. I bid on it. I think I got it for a little bit less than $30. I got it for a really good price. And I only bought it used because it was still in the original packaging, everything. It looked like somebody had probably only used it once or twice. So yeah, let's start looking through. And man, I love this layout on my end. I can see the chat really well. I can see everything from the same page. So we're going to be golden. But anyway, let's get this Barber quarter out of here, and we'll just start with this. You're not going to be able to see it on there, but that's the bicentennial that's sort of rainbow toned. You can kind of see the blue tint coming through a little bit. But we'll just leave that up there for a moment. Let's get it out of there. Let's leave the Barber quarter there. 'Cause that's just a beauty right there. Donna, I'm not cold. I'm very comfortable. I am very comfortable. So now on the streams, I can look for the varieties much easier without having to strain my eyeballs looking for them. So nothing exciting in that first roll. Yes, they have to hook. I mean, it's a USB microscope, so yes, it has to be plugged in via USB port. All right, so it's been a while since I've done a coin roll hunt, and hopefully my bank doesn't forget. I tried to order another 3 boxes for next week, so we'll see how it goes. Gonna be nothing in that roll. G Money, good to see you. Thank you, Southern Relics. Seems like it's gonna be working pretty good. Oh, and our first coin down of the night. See, we got our first 74D here. Struck through. Not seeing any doubling on that one. Donna got a gold quarter interchanged the other day. What's the scoop on those? There are some gold-plated quarters coming around, or floating around. They're not really worth a whole lot if it's a gold-plated quarter you got, but some of the gold-plated quarters, I don't know, they could be worth like $1 or something. Yeah, I'll have to start blowing it up if I want to look for the varieties more, because that's still probably not close enough for my tastes. It's probably really good for you guys on the screen there. But I probably won't check most of the 74Ds unless we're just, we slow the pace down. DMC coins, this, I knew somebody was going to think that. This is a Barber quarter I found metal detecting. I just wanted to put it up there for like the first stream. With the new microscope. But no, I didn't find it in a roll. I found that metal detecting earlier this year. Ray, Sandra's messing with you. She likes to do that. She likes to mess with people. Don't listen to anything she says. I'm thinking about doing a video series of pulling out all the silver coins I've ever found metal detecting and filling silver albums with them. I think it's going to be really fun. So we can go through all of them and look at them and inspect them through the scope, and then I can pop them into albums. What do you guys think? I can do a series for every type of coin that I have a lot of, like Roosevelt dimes, Mercury dimes, Barber dimes, and then Barber quarters, Standing Liberty quarters, Washington quarters, and then I even have enough to do $50, and I could even buy a Morgan album and pop the Morgan dollar I found in. I'm thinking about doing it. I think it would be a really fun series. I've had the idea for a long time. And then in the future on the channel, every time I find a new silver coin, at the end of the video, I can pop it into the album if I have never found it before. And it'll be for silver only. It's hard to pop pennies into albums because they're crusty and it's a lot of work to clean them off. And I don't know if I'll do nickels, but we could do a metal detecting slash coin collecting series for all the silver coins I find metal detecting, and I can keep albums of them. I've been thinking about doing it. I've had that idea for a while. I think a lot of people enjoy it. But anyway, the one that may have that NIFC ender, that's a really sharp one, we're going to open that now, see if it's an NIFC. What would I do if I found something metal detecting that was worth $2 million? If it was worth $2 million and I could get somebody to pay me $2 million for it, I actually wouldn't keep it because I could take the $2 million and really expand with a lot of different things. So, yeah, I would definitely sell a find if I found something worth $2 million. At least that would be the plan. All right, so I did call it on that one. There is a 2010 right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this just slightly larger here so it's easier to work with. Then I can move over this way. That works right there. I like that. Okay. There's a 2010 NIFC. Really good condition. Really nice. So there's the first find of the box. Ray, I wouldn't retire. Definitely not. Definitely no retiring. What would I do? Retirement just sounds really boring. I wouldn't work as hard, maybe. I would definitely keep doing YouTube. I like doing stuff on YouTube. I'd do less buying and selling and stuff like that. Yeah, what happened to that one? The Black Bicentennial. We'll throw that one out. I mean, not throw it out. You know what I mean. Not going to throw it in the trash. Ooh, there's a really nice 1973. That's pretty shiny. Not good enough to keep. See how well I can check these 74Ds on the scope. Not seeing doubling on that. I'll have to get better at checking these though. Put the 2010 back there. Hey, I think the new 2020 coins, the date's gonna look awesome. Don't see anything in this roll. Jack, I do a lot of stuff. I do YouTube, I buy and sell numismatic materials, mostly kind of exotic foreign currency type stuff, and I do some investing as well, naturally, as I kind of shared on the channel recently with that property I bought. Boy, I think we just found a 1983 NoFG. Check that out right there. 1983. I don't know what it is. I've been finding a lot of these. Let's check it though. Oh boy. That one is not quite. You can kind of see. Man, that's. Not sure if that one's going to qualify. Got a little remnants there. We'll set it aside. I'll check it out more later. But you can kind of see it there. Well, I'll leave that one up there. What is my favorite YouTube channel? I really wouldn't say, because I have a lot of friends that I'm subscribed to, so I'm not going to really idolize one over the other. But I have a lot of friends on YouTube that I watch their channels, so I'm not going to go picking favorites, but good question. Who inspired me to start metal detecting? Well, it's hard to say. Like the first time I ever got real excited about it, I saw boxes of metal detectors when I was like around 14 or 13 years old in Walmart. They were all stacked up, and it showed, you know, some people on the front pulling treasure off the beach and stuff. And that was kind of the first memory I have of like wanting a metal detector. But I'd say like when I seriously got into the hobby, it was a really long winter in Pennsylvania where I lived, and I actually got onto YouTube and I like typed in metal detecting or something because I was curious to see if like there was any information on it online. And then I watched a few people on YouTube that had been posting videos way back in the very beginning of 2012, might have been the end of 2011, and I was hooked from day one. Can I remember my first ever silver coin? Yes. Well, when I started in 2012, the first ever silver coin I found was a 1958 silver Roosevelt dime. Well, that was the first silver coin. The actually first piece of silver I found was a silver watch case. I'll tell you what. I have one of my albums in here. I'll get it for you guys real quick. Well, this might not show up really well. If I can get it out here with these gloves on. Sterling silver watch case, 1.9 grams. Small. You can see the sterling mark on it. That's the first piece of silver I found when I started metal detecting as a major hobby in 2012. I found that in my yard. It was a house built in 1940. It was in the backyard. And then I'll just show the other one because I have it right here. I'm going to do another collection video at another time, but here's the first silver coin. 1958. Yep, so there you go. We'll put the Barber quarter back there because it just looks so pretty. Or actually, why not I show this real quick? This was like the third silver item I found, and this made me super happy. This was in my neighbor's yard. Silver, like a Catholic silver pendant. Used to find a lot of this type of stuff in Pennsylvania because the town that I grew up in was predominantly Catholic, with a lot of past history. There was like 7 Catholic churches in the town that I grew up in, and so there was a lot of Catholic influence in jewelry and stuff like that, and around where I grew up. I haven't found much gold over the years. Somebody's asking my first gold. I don't have it in here because I didn't find any gold the first year I metal detected, partially because I was so focused on silver and cherry picking. I don't have any gold in here, but this is pretty much all the silver coins and everything I found, all the good stuff the first year I metal detected. There's over 200 silver coins in this album, all kinds of stuff. Steve, I grew up in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and I lived there until I was like 23-ish years old. 24, something like that. Till I moved down here to Tennessee like 6 years ago. But for now, we're going to get back to the hunt. Amy was winterizing everything at the mini farm. Hope you're having fun with that. I've had quite a bit of stuff to get done with the other house. That's a beat up 74D. You can see I got the black spot here. Ooh. We got one of the scratched up coins. Good to see one of those. Those scratchy scratch. Have I ever found an idea or have I ever found an object that I had to get the police involved? Not really. Not really. I mean, I've found, you know, like needles and stuff like that, but just typical stuff. Nothing you'd have to call the cops over. I've never found any real guns or anything like that. Hopefully this box heats up. No, it's not. I don't think that's a DDO. I think it's just severely damaged. I don't see... I have to look at it closer. I think it's just damaged. I don't... the view's not really close enough for me and to tell definitively at the moment, but I should have got one to put aside to compare it to tonight until I get into the groove. So we'll figure it out as we go. I'll be more prepared next time. It just took so long to get this stream ready over the last 2 days. I just wanted to get going here. There's an 83P, almost a no FG. I don't think I'm going to make merch. I'm just really not that big into it. Except I was thinking about doing, launching one t-shirt, maybe. It says Got 59, big question mark. Tom, I've never found human bones. A lot of other bones, though. Yes, I've done some magnet fishing. I have a couple old magnet fishing videos on the channel. Around where I live, there's not really a lot of great places to magnet fish. So I haven't really focused on it too much. There goes another coin. I could give you guys a sneak peek maybe of some of the stuff I found at one of my last hunts. I have a few things downstairs, but for now we'll keep coin roll hunting. It's going to be a lot of fun with this new microscope. I have a lot of ideas. I've got a lot of ideas. Kind of slow on this box though. Not a lot of NIFCs or anything at all. I've never actually dug up somebody's buried pet, thank goodness. But I found ooh, we got a really shiny one here. That is probably an NIFC. I'm not going to bother showing it up close, but we're going to pop it. I'm almost certain it is. Ooh, wow, it's this one. Dang. That is a good one right here. Let's show this off. That is nice. 2011 D. Let me see if I can, let me see how it works if I adjust the light down here just a tad. Keep it right about there. Yeah, that's good. That is a beauty right there. Almost no scratches. Couple tiny ones. It's one of the best looking NIFCs I've seen in a while. A little bit of a scratch over there. We'll leave it right there. That's a nice one. That's definitely a keeper in that condition. So there are finds to be had in this box. We got a little bit of a weak strike down there. See on that 72D? Bottom of the 7's gone, and that's not damage. That is a weak strike right there. One of the better ones I've seen in a little while. Yeah, that 2011 D might be out of a mint set. It's not a proof. That could be out of a mint set, though. NIFC means not intended for circulation, which is all half dollars from 1970, 1987, and every date from 2002 to present. Hey, Chris, what's going on? Oh, and also the NIFCs, the 2002 to present ones, they're really not all that valuable unless they're in really, really nice shape. They might be worth like 75 cents a piece or something like that. So they're just fun to put aside. A lot of people don't save them, but I do. Figure we'd save them from circulation. Maybe someday all the circulated examples I have that aren't worth like hardly anything over face value, maybe someday I'll dump them all back into circulation and let somebody else find them. But the ones that are in really good shape like that 2011 I found, I keep those ones for sure. Thanks, Chris. I hope I get some silver too. If I open box number 2 tonight, I'm guaranteed silver because I have an ender. A couple shinies in here, but nothing that looks too awesome. Gold toned 1980. So what has everybody out there been finding lately, whether it's coin roll hunting or metal detecting or searching your pocket change or whatever you've been doing? I'd like to see some of the finds you guys have been making lately. Got a marked coin there. Let's go back to that 72D. It looks better. Get rid of that marked one. I think maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll expand this a little bit. Just a touch. And I will move over this way. How's that? I think that's pretty good right there. Colin got 2 war nickels in a roll. That's awesome. I found a Henry VIII hammered coin from 1584. Well, I could only guess where you live. Is that fooling me? I almost have one that looks like a 40%er, but it looks really strange. I don't know, man. It's been a while. Is that a 40%er? I don't know. Can't focus on it. It is. Oh boy, we got silver. I think what it is I need to move my lighting source over here a little bit. There we go. Get behind there a little bit. All right, so that is a strange looking silver. Go ahead and guess the date. It is a 40%. It's got a really weird toning on the edge of it. And there's a lot of copper. This is probably the most copper I've ever seen on like the edge of this 40%er. I'll show it to you guys one more time. If we can get it to focus here. For some reason, when it focuses in with my new setup, it doesn't want to stay focused. So I can try here. I gotta get a better angle on this. I have a new setup here, so... Here, let's do it this way. I should be able to do this under the scope. So I'll show it here. We'll try this. And then I'll zoom it. Watch this. Check. It's that one right there in the middle. Now it's a little bright. You can see the split edge on it. See all of the edges? Work your way over. And boom, right there is the 40%er right in the middle. You can see all the other ones, how they have a lot more copper. And it's that one right there. 40% silver. They look like a bunch of cogs. Okay. So let's pop it. And wow, is this thing in good condition. Wow. Check that out right there. That thing is sharp. Amazing. 1967. Unbelievable. The condition of that is phenomenal. Little scratch up there at the top. 1967. We are on the board with a bit of silver. So at least 2 boxes I picked up this week have silver in them. Not too shabby. Check this 74D. Oh, it looks a little fat on the 4 there. I might have to check that one more later. I'm not seeing anything obvious though, so we'll go back to this beauty here. Hold on, I'll show you guys here. I think I have it up here. Yeah. If anybody wants to know what microscope I have, I guess maybe after the stream I'll put a link or something if I remember. This is what it is right here. That's what I bought. $250 times magnification, USB 2.0 digital microscope, pluggable. Really sharp gold-toned bicentennial. I don't go to local live auctions to buy coins. The only auctions I've really started going to are this year are real estate auctions. I just got another silver. Real estate auctions are really fun to go to. Sweet, this box is heating up. I think it's another 40%. Okay, let's go under the scope here. And boom, right there. That's definitely a silver edge. You can see all the other ones got more copper, some of them smooth. And right there, just turn it this way, 40% edge right there. You can see the seam. I'm pretty sure that's 40%, so that should be 1965 to 1970 again. I'll go ahead and give you guys about 20 seconds to put your guess in the chat. But I'm going to go a 1968D on that one. That's my guess. I've got a feeling it's a 68D. So I'm going to pull it out and look at the other ones here first and while you guys are guessing. And we got a 74D there. So maybe the other side of this box is heating up. Another 74D. I'm not going to check them all in the stream now. And we have another 1967. Not as in good shape as the other one. The other one is like near uncirculated. This one is circulated but in good condition. We will take it any way we can get it. I want to get that. Sorry for bumping that. I want to pick this up. Oh. I'm going to check most of the 74Ds later. Maybe we'll do it toward the end of the stream while we're just chatting. All right, so we're doing quite well in this box so far. 2 silvers is a good box for me. Took a little break from coin roll hunting, came back, and the silver's popping. It's good to see my banks still putting them out. Can I zoom out just to show the whole side of the coin? Let's see how... I can do that. Well, to show the whole side of it, I'd have to make it bigger. The screen size. I mean, I could. What I can do is I have to mess with my settings. What I can do is I can add another setting for the microscope on my stream software, and I can click over to an enlarged one. So I can set that up in the future so that I can show everything further out. But I just did the bare minimum to get this stream going up right now. But there you go. 1967. That is right, Gold Lemons, but everybody can still guess. If they think I'm wrong and they think it's a 90%er, they can guess in, one of them 90% dates, but I normally say that I think it's a 40 or I think it's a 90. But if somebody thinks I'm wrong, they can guess a different date. But I was pretty sure that one was going to be a 40. But yeah, I'm sure I can do a lot with this microscope. I'll have to mess with it as I go. So what do we got? 2 silvers and 2 NIFCs. What's going on, Mr. Detectorist? Oh, like the whole front or back at once. I could, like, for example, I mean, no, that's just expanding the size of the window. But yeah, look how close I can go in. I can do that, but I'm not sure. Well, the only way I could do it is I could raise the height of the microscope. It's on a flexible arm. But for the streams, it's not the best idea to keep moving it up and down, so I can kind of keep it where I want it. But yes, I could move it out far enough so that you could see the whole coin. I could do that. But I don't really want to mess with it. I want to kind of keep it up close to show the fine details while we're on the streams. But yes, I can move the microscope further away from the coin. You're late. Did you miss anything super cool? Just that. And that. And a couple of nice, one super nice NIFC. And one minor weak strike. Ooh. That handful of coins smelled nasty. There was something in there. It almost smelled like rotten food. Ugh, that was gross. Whoa! We got a shiny one here. You might be able to see it from there. I think it's going to be an NIFC. Tis. Not quite as nice as that 2011D, but we got a 2007 right there. Denver Mint mark. Oh yeah, this is why we're finding silver. We're still into the scratchy scratch horde. Now you people get to see up close what I'm talking about. See how they scratched this coin all over the place? And they did it on the reverse too. That is the scratchy scratch horde. Keyed to death on both sides. So we'll leave Independence Hall up right there, so you can see all the scratches. So we're in to the scratchy scratch horde yet. There's a 1999. That's a date I don't see a lot. And I just got another find here. Nothing too fantastic, but it is a low mint. NIFC, circulated 2009. P. The box is heating up, but we're in the bottom half now. Yes, Shelly, I've gotten some boxes a few months ago where there were literally like 50, like maybe 50 of those scratched ones in a single box, but I still get them mixed in. I get a ton of those scratched coins in the boxes I get from the bank. Well, I mean, I used to, but now I get sometimes a couple every box. Or at least when I see them, I'm happy because I normally find silver when I find those in the boxes. So, I don't know, maybe somebody dumped some silver and a bunch of scratched coins. I have no idea. Or maybe that's just somebody's mark and the silver is from somewhere else. There's no telling. Dwayne, I hope so. I was thinking, I was looking at all them symbols, I'm thinking maybe it's maybe there's some buried treasure, but I don't know. What is the oldest coin I have? I didn't find it metal detecting, but I've got a Roman coin from like 200-ish AD. Man, that one almost looks like another 40%er. These have such a weird tone on them. What do you think about that one right there? Let me turn the light down because it's going to reflect too much. I don't know. I think that's a 40%er. Turn the light back up. Change the yeah, I think that's a 40%er. They've got a really weird tint on the rims, the ones I'm finding now. All right, guys, I think we got another 40% silver. This is awesome. Go ahead and guess the date. And should be 1965 to 1970. I'm going to go 66 on this one. So let me look through the rest of them, and we'll set that aside. And it is silver, by the way. I'll show you guys in a second. Go ahead and guess the date. I'll give you a hint. I was wrong. The date is what I was going to say, but can't give myself credit because I talked myself out of it. And we got a 74D. I'll check later. But it is another 1967. How about that? Just trying to adjust the light settings the best I can there. There we go. Another nice 67. Right on. 3 67s. It's a 67 kind of night. What can I say? Yes, 67 again. Yeah, this box is heating up. Shauna, for the 74s, I'm looking for the double die obverse, where the detail and the date on the obverse of the coin is stamped twice. Now let's pull a proof out of this box. Mud SWAT. Oh, I did detect this season and found 2 V nickels and an Indian head at a hammered out site. That is awesome. Any site where you're finding Indian heads and V nickels is a good one. I've only found a few Indian heads this year. I didn't get into many super old sites. I found a lot of modern silver though this year. A lot of Mercs, a lot of Roosevelt dimes. I did find a few Barber dimes this year and 1 Barber quarter. But I didn't find any like really super old coins this year. Yeah, these rolls are getting more interesting. Kenneth just acquired an 1893 World's Fair Exposition coin. Love it. Yeah, those are awesome. We're having a silvery kind of night. Even if it's only 40% silver, it makes me happy. I'm going to go out on a limb and say if we find another 40%er, it's going to be another 67. Somebody dumped some 67s. What years have the double die for the Kennedy? I don't know all the years. There's different rarities in severity, but I know the 63D also has a double die. I've never focused more on the newer coins, so I actually learn as I go, doing coin roll hunting. My knowledge is more so of the older coins, like the silver in earlier years, especially for like quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies, and that sort of stuff. So I don't know as much as about the modern varieties as some other coin roll hunters do actually, so I learn as I go. But I know the 674D, the 73D, which is much more rare. I honestly couldn't tell you all the other ones off the top of my head. but I'd check for. We had like an error dump in one of my previous boxes where I found all those no FG coins. I forgot to go back through them to see if there were no FGs on some of the early 70s half dollars. That was a big bummer. I should have looked through them because somebody did. Looks like somebody dropped somebody's error collection back into circulation. I should have went back through all those coins, but hey, it is what it is. Did I say 63D? I meant 73D. Here's another 74D. Not seeing the doubling on that one. Go back to this. Here's a really messed up one for you. And yes, that is damage. That is not an error. That is damage. Severe damage. And here's one for J, J, J. You sold a NoFG on eBay for $9.99. Awesome. Yeah, I got, I think, two 83s and an 82. I think the 82 are a little harder to find. And it all in one box. That was insane. What's up, gold miner? Yes, not to be confused with machine doubling. Right on. Joel says, any wife and kids in your future? You seem like you'd be a great dad. We will see, Joel. We will see. If I meet the right person, anything could happen. Another 74D there. That's just a normal one. No go on that one. We'll take a break here a second and check some of the other ones I had set aside here. Not seeing anything on that one. Don't think so. And no go there. And the one I dropped. We'll go back to my Barber quarter for anybody just coming in. I found this metal detecting this year. 1915 Barber quarter. Don't cool off on me now, box. We're going to check this 73D just because it's super nice. And not a double die. That half dollar has seen better days. Man, this one's pretty weak. I think that's a weak strike. I don't know. There's some damage on there, but I think that date area, I think that's a weak strike there. That's actually not a bad example. You can barely see the 8 on that. What's the best way to go about finding public land with history prime silver to detect? Well, in my area, there's not a lot of silver left on public property. But honestly, just check every public place that you can. If you want to look for, more modern silver, one of the best ways to do that is to go on historicareals.com and put the address into the public property you want to hunt and see if there are any houses that used to sit on that land. Most of the aerials on historicareals.com, depending on your area, most of them go back to around 1935. Some areas go back earlier, but some areas will only go back to like the 1950s. But it's good for finding home sites built, that were still standing, 60, 70, 80 years ago. And I used to use that for scouting sites for urban silver for many years. I still use it, but just not for checking public property much anymore, because I've pretty much scoured most of the public property in my area. John, I don't normally coin roll hunt dimes. On occasion, I will do pennies and nickels. I usually don't do dimes and quarters, but maybe I'll join the fray. I'm setting a bunch of 74Ds aside. We'll check them all later. Silver's drying up, but we still got time. Thank you, Hamburger Lynn. Another 74D. It's got to be at least one more silver on the bottom of this box. Archaeology, Mikey found 1989P DDO diamond pocket change. That is awesome. This roll doesn't smell very good either. Another 74D. Is a weak strike and a grease strike the same thing? Not necessarily. But sometimes I do use the terms interchangeably, which I should be careful about. Because sometimes it can just be struck on an older die, and that would not be a grease error. Like this one here. This would be more of a grease error because the rest of the strike is pretty good, I believe. Very funny, Mud Swat. I'll be careful. There's seriously an awful smell coming from these coins tonight. It smells like some kind of weird like if you left like a hot dinner out overnight or something. It's weird. I don't like it. Yo! We got silver and we got a couple shinies here. Let me try this way again, see if that'll focus. Second one, right there. Almost an ender. It looks like another 40%. I'll put it on the scope here. Second one in from the end. That is definitely a 40 right there. You can see all the other ones. And over this side, right, boink. That looks like another 40. Go ahead and put your guess in the chat, but I'm going 1967. I'm going with the flow because we've been getting a lot of 67s. So I'm going to look through the rest of these while everyone's guessing. And there was a shiny one in here. Let's see what it is. Now, it was just a nice 1986D. I got to zoom this out anyway. The shiny one. No, the silver one's still in the end, but there was one that looked really nice here. It's not quite uncirculated, so I'm not going to keep it. Too bad it's not a 1987D, but we'll take that. Actually, we're not going to take it. We're going to throw it back. And the... Ooh! This silver looks nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the 1967 horde. Oh, that is so funny. JD, if you have a very old coin but it has a hole in it, does that mean it's not worth anything at all? Generally, coins with holes in them aren't really worth much, but if you do have a really, really rare date, it can still have some significant value, but it'll lose like 60 to 70% of the value right off the bat with a hole through it. But if say you have a $100 coin, if it in you know kind of clean and nice condition, if it's like a $100 coin with a hole through it, still could be worth like $30 or something. Just depends on the coin, the rarity of it, how desirable it is. But it doesn't make it worthless necessarily. I've sold coins with holes in them on eBay for big bucks, coins that have really good detail that are more rare dates. So just because it has a hole in it doesn't mean it's worthless, but it means it's worth a lot less. There's another 74D. It's a 67 kind of night, and we'll take it, and we'll take it. Boy, that one has a really silvery look to it. That'll get you every time. That one looks abnormally silver. Not from the edge though, but man, looks silvery. And I got a dirty one I thought was a 40%er for a second. Yes, Silver Sleuth, you are correct. Da-da-da. Well, let's get that out of there and put the silver back under here for anybody that comes in the stream, so they know we're finding. Oh wait, let's do this. Hold on. I got an idea here. One. Hold on. Let's get all the 67s in there. It's a 67 kind of night. Oh, Ooh, I can get them all to fit, I think. Except this might knock the stack over here. Oh, we got it. It's a 67 kind of night. And I need a drink. What smells? Coins smell awful here tonight. There's a shiny one. Just a 95. Steven says, JD, I bought some foreign coins and I got a Hong Kong. It's a 20 cents. It's 1978. Awesome. I got some foreign coins that I think got some Hong Kongers in them. I don't want to mess up my stack, but there's a 2002 NIFC. You don't need to see it. We'll leave the 67s up there. But we got another NIFC, so not too shabby. Man, I'll tell you what, these coins smell. Thank you, JC's Ancient and Medieval Coins. I appreciate the kind words. I'm not going to lick the coins. Definitely not going to do that. No sandwich in the bottom of the box, but maybe there's a silver sandwich in here somewhere. We're down to, we got 4 rolls left, so looks like we might be a 4 silver box, but hey, who's gonna complain about a 4 silver box? I sure ain't. But there's still time for 5. Ooh, we got a thick rim here. That could be a proof. I gotta look at it closer. Well, let me, I don't know if it's quite thick enough. We'll move the stack here. We'll check it out. What do you think? Thick enough to be a proof? I don't think. I don't know. Second one there. We'll find out. No, it's not. It's just a nice 1980. See if I can keep the 67 stack intact. There it is. It's a 67 kind of night. Three bicentennials in a row. Tic-tac-toe. I have a no-date Buffalo nickel. I did some research, and it's between 1920 and 1925. Nice to have you, an oldie. Hey, Leia, good to see you too. Man, that's a really worn out 86. All right, 2 more rolls in this box. No silver in this one. Rob, I dumped them at various different banks, and I got big bank bags. They just take them and ship them off to like the main branch or something, somewhere to get counted, and they don't give me much trouble unless I take too many in all the time. Then some certain banks are kind of like a little leery of it. Coin down. And the last roll cannot squeak us out another one. Can I find gold-plated ones? I have found a few gold-plated $half in these boxes before. They look really awesome, especially the ones that still have a lot of the plating left on them. There's another 74D. All right, that's the end of this box. I got to clear off my little pad here by the microscope before this gets out of hand. Let's see, we got so we got 5 NIFCs, 2011D that looks like it's out of a mint set. It's almost perfect. 2007D, 2009P, 2010D, 2002D. We got the stack of 4 40% silvers, 1967. One is in really nice shape. It's got a lot of luster on it. And then, apart from that, just a couple minor errors. Nothing really worth saving though. And let's just take a look at some of these 74Ds before we go into the next box. Got a stack of them here we haven't looked through yet. See if I can get used to searching these. I need to find my first one to train my eye here. Not seeing anything there. One of them looked close. I'm going to go back through them later. Some of them looks like the 4 was a little more fat. And I may have to zoom in my scope a little bit more. Not seeing anything on that one. This one's got the ring of death on it. And nothing. No. Almost see some doubling on the U on that one. I gotta check these out later till I get into the groove with them. Not seeing anything obvious here. And that's, why did I sit? Oh, that's the one with the minor error. All right, let's get this cleaned off. I guess we should do one more box to make everybody happy, or at least half of another box. Whew, I'm getting warm. Let's go with the hat. And we'll go back to the Barber quarter. I'm going to take a break here for a second, take a look at the chat. Yes, Smud Swat, 4 40%ers, all 1967. So I'm going to test out my Be Right Back button and see how it works. And I'm going to go get another box. This is literally a pillar, a white decorative pillar. It is very solid, and the boxes fit perfectly on top of this thing. So I'm going to go grab another box, and we'll look through some more coins. Now let's click my Be Right Back button. Doink! Alrighty, I am back. And you can see it right there. $500 and half a dollars. I might see these gloves that smell. That's part of it too, and all the nasty coins on them. I'm gonna get a new pair. They just get so gross and nasty and wet. So I'm going to check out the chat here for a minute. Sandra, don't be pressing buttons and mess up my stream now. All right, let's just get into the next box. Let's not wait around. How often do I get out and metal detect? Well, I don't a lot in the summer here because it's really hot and dry. But lately, I've been getting out at like twice a week at the moment. Awesome on the Zimbabwe cent, Steven. I like those Zimbabwe coins with the bird on them. It's not random, Joel. A lot of people ask me. I wouldn't have any opposition. Not opposition. I wouldn't any. What's the word I'm looking for? I wouldn't be opposed to getting married if I found the right person. I'm not like a humbug that says that I know for the rest of my life I will be single. Okay, we are into the next box. Not the silver ender box. Man, these coins are cold. Come from downstairs. Man, they're cold. What is the best $50 you have found coin roll hunting? Ooh, there's a nice rainbow toned 70 bicentennial. Maybe we're heading in the right direction on this box. Well, apart from errors, let's say that I found a couple really nice Walking Liberty $50. I would have to say those are my best because I love the older stuff. I'm most excited to find old coins in the rolls rather than like errors and stuff. I'd rather find old coins. So definitely Walking Liberty halves would have to definitely be the best ones I've found. No, I didn't get a 1915 Barber half. This is a quarter I found metal detecting earlier this year. I wish. I wish I found a Barber half in a roll. Not yet. Let's hope this box keeps the streak going. Oh. 71 looks a little odd. Almost like it's a little misaligned. There's almost like a double rim there. That one looks kind of odd. Caught my eye. Thank you, Randall. You're right, Mud Swat. That's exactly why I did that. What? Sandra? Peace out. This is the microscope I'm using right there. Oh my goodness, my nose is so itchy. And I don't want to stick these nasty coin fingers up my nose. Oh, it's like up in my nose though. Ooh. Couple shiny ones look in here. Just a 1995. There's a nice gold toner. Oh yeah, you can really see that gold tone on the microscope on that one. Oh, that had me for a second. I uncovered the part of the second coin and it looked like it had a little bit of a silver edge, but it's just one of them corroded ones that got me. Oh, that had me. I thought I had a 40%er. Joel, I just haven't really made a whole lot of social connections in the area I'm at now, other than like people I metal detect with and some other acquaintances here and there. It's possible in the future I may relocate. So we'll see what happens. Hey Chris, what's going on? I'm glad you like the microscope. It was working really well. I kind of procrastinated. I meant to get the microscope for the last few months, and I finally got it going. And I appreciate your advice on getting OBS. I've been trying to set it up. I've been using Streamlabs. It seems to be easier format for what I do. I tried using OBS Studio, and it was a nightmare for trying to customize everything. But we're up and rolling, and yeah, this scope is making things a lot easier. And I'm not sure when you came in, but we got 4 silvers in the first box, all 1967 40%ers. So having a pretty good night on the silver. I'm setting the 74Ds aside. We'll check them later. Somebody's talking about turkey or ham. I just had, my mom just made, there's another gold toner. A lot of gold toners in this box. Hopefully that means there's some silver on the way. But my mom just made turkey a few days ago, and I had turkeys and stuffing and peas, and it was really good. If you've been doing any detecting lately, Bird Dog, I thought for a second this was an 83 no FG, but it's just corroded. You can see it on there. I've been getting out a little bit here and there. I got a couple decent videos on the way. Just been doing some door knocking. Oh, wow. I got one here that is absolutely positively no shadow of a doubt an NIFC. And it might be a really new one. See if it's, I'll go ahead and we'll focus in on this one. We'll show that one. That one right there. That, see how shiny it is compared to the other ones? You get right there. Well, we'll check it out. It could be a newer proof. It's not. Goodness. It is just a near perfect 1995. I thought for sure this one was going to be an NIFC or a proof, but look at that. Almost full luster. I don't see a single scratch except maybe a tiny little mark on the cheek there, which is a higher point on the coin. That one is actually a keeper. I normally don't keep 90s coins like ever. But this one is uncirculated for sure. Almost no, there's like barely even any hairlines on this. This is rare to find them like this in a roll. Now that came out of somebody's collection. Or an uncirculated roll maybe. We'll leave it right there. I'll keep that one. Okay, so you were up in Boston for quite a while then. I didn't know how long you were up there. But I actually literally, some of the videos I had already posted on the channel like a week ago, I metal detected, I finally like got into the zone and I went out detecting 4 days in a row, posted like 2 of the videos, and then I've been resting up the last few days because it beat my butt metal detecting 4 days in a row. So now I haven't been out since... the last I was out was Sunday. There's another one of those weak strike 71s by the date, but that's really common, so that one's going to get thrown back in. I'll only keep it if the number's almost completely missing. Because that weak strike around the bottom of the rim... on the date area, that's really common on some of the 70s coins. So to keep it, it's got to be really blatant. 10 days, yeah, that's a pretty good trip. No b-ball tonight, says Steven. If somebody sends a super chat, I'll dunk it. I forgot to do stickies for everybody that did the super chats earlier because I'm out of the groove. I'll have to do some retrospective dunks or something. But yeah, if anybody wants a dunker, a sticky, super chat away, and I will oblige. But yeah, I completely forgot. Because I haven't streamed in like, I think like at least 2 weeks, over 2 weeks or something. It's been a while. Metal detecting is hard work. It definitely is. Oh, awesome. You found lots of colonial up in Boston. That is awesome. I hope you shot some video. If you did, I will tune in and take a look. I probably found my maybe second or third best coin of the year on Sunday, but I'm not going to spoil it here on the stream. It's not anything like super old though. But this year's been a little lax on the awesome finds. I found like quite a good quantity of silver this year and coal relics. And actually one of my favorite old toys I found a couple weeks ago that I haven't posted the video yet, but haven't found anything mind-blowing like on the old coins this year, but I made a pretty good find on Sunday. I'll be excited to get that video up. This box is a little slow. Hopefully there's some silver in this one. But finally, it's like up where I live now. It seems like the lawns don't have as much jewelry in them. Like when I lived more so around and hunted the more the older, probably a little bit more wealthy neighborhoods in Knoxville, like in and around those areas. So since I moved up here, I haven't found as much jewelry. But all of a sudden, over the last month, boom, 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 I just started hitting the silver rings. So I'm really excited to being back on the board and hitting some of the really cool kind of World War II era silver rings with like the floral design on them and stuff like that. I've actually found, I think, 3 silver rings within the last couple weeks now. So all of a sudden, I'm right back into the flow after a pretty long drought on the old jewelry. Man, there's a really nice 1996. Yeah, it's not perfect though. It's got to go back. No echo, buddy's talking louder than normal. Okay, I'll talk normally because I'm normally leaning back. I thought I had to talk louder, but hopefully I'm not overcompensating. I will tone it down a bit. Making a stack of 74Ds. Happy hunting, fishing. That's a kind of confusing if nobody knows that I'm actually telling the person who has fishing today as their username, happy hunting. But not hunting for fish, I assume. Sing us a song. I don't think I'm going to go into a song right now. When you record a pre-recorded video, you can do multiple takes. Wow, there's a really pretty 83. Unfortunately, that's not a no FG. That would have been a really nice one. It's a gold toner with a lot of luster on it. You don't see a lot of 83s with luster on them. Daycone 710, what is your new machine? I'm glad to hear you like it. I know I'm zoning out a little bit, not talking as much. My stream stamina isn't up to par because I'm out of the groove. So I'm not the greatest at multitasking tonight. Oh, you got the T2 SE? Welcome aboard. Love the T2 SE. Oh, sweet. I had to look at this one closely, guys. Oh, yeah. I think I got a clipped planchet. This is, I think, the only second one I've ever found in a box. It's on a bicentennial. Check that out. Oh, yeah. That's not damaged. That right there is a clipped planchet. I think this is only the second one I've ever found in a $50 box. That is sweet. See how the rim's missing? Awesome. $1976D Bicentennial. It's in okay condition. It's definitely circulated. Actually, it has the ring of death. You can see the circular mark going around it a little bit. It's not bad though. But that right there is a clipped planchet. And probably going to be the best find of the night. That's more valuable than the 40% silver coins we found. That is sweet. I'm going to leave it right there. Clipped planchet. That's not damage. Sweet. Somebody's asking me to explain. It's been a long time. I'm rusty on my definitions. I can't honestly remember how the clipped planchet happens. It's just, I believe, I can't remember. I'm sure somebody in the chat knows how it happened. But it's just the planchet was cut incorrectly. And it was... You know, it was clipped. It was that piece of it right there was clipped, so it's missing. I couldn't tell you exactly how it happens, but I believe that happens. That's to the planchet before the coin is struck. I believe, if I understand correctly, it was a clipped planchet before it was struck. It was a defective planchet. Why has it been clipped? This happened by the mint. This was not damage. So this happened. A machine did this, not somebody messing around. Yeah, not being set in the right thing. Here's a weird color one here. Some crazy spots on it. It's like a rainbow toned. That's kind of weird. Mud Swat's right. It's very simple. It was not set right in the machine that strikes it. So it was a defective planchet that the coin got struck on. Is that what it is, Dwayne? Hit with the die on the way out of the press. But yeah, we'll go back to that one because that's actually a pretty decent example of it. You can find ones that have double clipped planchets, and when you get the double clipped ones, or you can even get triple clipped, that starts to get into some big money, but I don't know exactly what that's worth there. But a clipped planchet, I mean, even one like that is, you know, at least $5 or more all day. Correct, and if the larger the clip, the more it's worth too. That's a pretty standard clip, so it's not super valuable. So if we're not going to get silver in this box, at least we got it clipped. Those are pretty hard to find in boxes. Mud Swat said about $10. That would sound about right. I was just estimating on the... what's the word I'm looking for? On the conservative end. Because nobody likes the person that mouths off all day and nobody likes people that overvalue coins constantly. It's worth $100. But yeah, closer to $10 is probably more accurate. Whoa! How did I miss this one by the edge? This looks really strange. The edges of this rim were struck odd. I don't think this was struck properly. It's got a weird curvature on the edge. But check this out. It's a 2018 NIFC with a little bit of gold tone. Now it's got some marks on it. But I don't know if... hold on, let me look through these first and then I'll try to tilt this. There's something going on with the rim on this one. On the reverse. 2018 NIFC. The reverse rim is kind of... Let me see here. It's almost like three-directional. It's got like a weird lip on the edge of it. You can see how the rim's like kind of cut off around the edges. And then when you tilt it, you can see there's like an extra flat edge. This was struck funny. Huh. See, it gets thicker up there. The edge almost disappears on this side. You see that? There's like no rim on this side. It's kind of odd. You see how it's kind of flat? Point in the wrong direction. It's literally, I've never seen this before. It's almost like a three-angle coin. And then as you spin it, it gets thicker, the rim. Huh. Yeah, it's probably just a slightly misaligned die. You don't really see that on the new ones too often. But we'll leave that right there. 2018. This ever... There we go. That's a little more clear now. It was getting fuzzy. Hey Nick, what's going on? We're getting some pretty cool finds tonight, Nick. We got 4 40% silvers, all 1967. Got this strange 2018. It just got a clipped planchet a few minutes ago. And a couple beautiful NIFCs. We're doing all right. Jeff, if you're talking to me, I have a lot of detectors, but I mainly use a Technetics T2 SE. I probably have about 700 videos on my channel that are all metal detecting related. There's a nice 2001. I thought that was going to be an NIFC. That's in really good shape. Kelly, we are on box number 2. I'll probably stop after this box tonight, and then I'll save one more box maybe for later in the week or something. There goes a coin. My last box has a 40% silver ender. The first box was good. This one's a little slow. I think that clipped planchet might have saved this box. Silver Sleuth, I missed your question. I'm trying to look back up and see it. I haven't been seeing all the comments. For some reason, I can't find it. Whoa! Whoa! We got silver. Second coin in. That might be 40 or 90%. Nice. You can see that one from there. I think we got a 64 Kennedy here. Let me make sure this... I just want to make sure it's not blurry on me. I gotta work on this camera angle here. Focus. There we go. Okay, let's get this under the scope. Oh, look at that. That's looking good. Turn it this way. Yeah. Is there a seam there? Boy, that could be a really nice uncirculated 40%er. But I think that's a 90%. Well, go ahead and put your guess in the chat anyway. I'm going to look at it up close here. I think it's a 1964. That's my guess. We're going to pop it. I think it's a 64 Kennedy. Tell you what. Should have went with my gut. I saw the seam. It's just a really sharp 69D. But we'll still take that all day long. I was right, though. My first inkling... It's just a really nice high luster 40% silver. Unfortunately, there's a little gouge on the cheek. Look at the condition of that, though. Awesome. So not a skunk box here. Got some good boxes this week. 1969. Unfortunately, it wasn't another 67. That's weird. That's the second one we got that was almost an ender. This is weird. What do you think, guys? Is that damage? That looks crazy. Is that damage? I don't know. That's bizarre. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that. Huh. I don't know. Check this out. I'll go back to that in a second. I might keep that coin. That looks really bizarre. We got a scratchy scratch ender. Check this out. That is definitely from the scratchy scratch horde. It's a 2000 and somebody keyed him up. That's why we're finding silver, because we're still into the scratchy scratch horde. And I guarantee the other side of that coin's going to be scratched. But for now, let's go back to that weird one. And focus that in. Dollar, United States of America, and then just all that craziness. Huh. I honestly can't tell if that's post-mint damage or not. It's so bizarre. Because it looks like the damage didn't slice the lettering. It looks like it almost wasn't ever stamped the right way. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but that's just a weird one. I'm going to save that one. And just to show you that I was right, the other side of this scratchy scratch one, that's the coin I just showed up close. The other side is also scratched. So that is from the official scratchy scratch horde because they always got both sides. But we'll go back to this crazy one because that is bizarre. JFK got stuck in some barbed wire. That's a good one. Flip the damaged one. Here it is. 1995. Circulated. The obverse looks very normal, except for a couple minor scratches on it. We got another silver. The bottom half of this box is heating up. Right there. Looks like we got another 40%. Right there. I'm going 1967. Go ahead and put your guess in the chat. I'm guessing 1967 all the way. Awesome. All right, let's pop it out. Oh. 1967. Boom. We are having a good night. Possible mud swat. Even though the 67s are common, it's kind of weird to get 5 of them. I'm going to ask one more time, can you take the head and use it separately on a metal detector? I know it still needs to be hooked up to the wires. Yes, you can remove the shaft and swing the coil by hand. I've done it before when I'm in crawl spaces metal detecting in tight areas. I've removed the shaft and swung the coil by hand. I've done it under people's porches, all kinds of stuff. Absolutely you can. You don't need the shaft at all. Got a couple shinies in this roll. Maybe got an NIFC. No, it's just another one of them nice 95s. There's a lot of nice 95s in this batch I've noticed, which is kind of odd. I normally don't get a lot of 95s. Yo! I missed it by edge because it's been circulated for so long. Guys, it just got a proof. So I'm going to just really quickly show you the reverse of it. And while I'm looking through the rest of the roll, you guessed the date, but we just scored a proof. Look at that. Still got some of the finish on it. Go ahead and guess the date. And I'll flip it over here in a second. I'm going to go through one more roll where you all are guessing the date. Mud swat, I'm going to proof it in a second. Well, here it goes. If you got your guess in. I couldn't guess because I already saw the date when I saw it in the roll. 1978S. It's not perfect. It's definitely been circulated for quite a while. Not a lot of scratches, but a lot of the finish is worn off, but it is a 78S proof. How do proofs get thrown out? Who knows? Maybe by accident sometimes, or somebody passes away and somebody dumps the collection, not knows what they're worth. Maybe a collection gets stolen. There's so many things that could happen that this kind of stuff ends up in circulation. How many rolls left? I think about maybe 13 or around in there. So I'm hoping to get some... I might go metal detecting this weekend if it's not raining. It's supposed to rain the next couple days. I don't know. I might get out on Sunday for a little bit if I can. It's hard to door knock on weekdays in the winter because a lot of people are at work and it gets dark by the time people are getting home. So it's a lot easier to get permissions on the weekend. Hey, Dwayne, there could be a Benjamin in the other box. I got a silver ender on that one. It might be the best one of the batch. I might save that one for another day here, though. Because after I go through these, I won't have other boxes until Tuesday. I live in Tennessee. Carol, it's been in like the 50s here, which is, I like it. Dude! I didn't check it because this was on the bottom of the roll, on the bottom of the box, and they're the enders I don't change. I half peeled open the roll. And it's a silver ender. 1968. Because it was on the bottom, like these boxes are stacked too tall. So I check this end and I flip them out of the box. I check the other end and the top of this. This ender was on the other side and I didn't even look at it. So this is 2 silver enders this week. Let me show it under the scope. 68. 40% silver. Unbelievable. All right, let's crack it out of the roll. See if we can get a double. Nope. That was crazy. Let's go ahead and put that under here. $19.68. These are some good boxes this week. Man, I saw that when I looked at the roll while I was peeling it open, I was like, whoa. What's for dinner? Actually, I was on the run today because I was at the other house and wanted to stop for something quick, and I was super hungry. So I got a double meat 6-inch steak sub on flatbread at Subway, and I loaded it up with veggies and dunked it in vinaigrette. It was double steak with provolone, toasted with green peppers, tomato, cucumber, black olives, ground pepper, and spinach, I think it was. Awesome, Robin Hood. A war nickel out of a vending machine. That is cool. Tom, I've done a few videos that discuss door knocking, but I've never filmed myself doing it because I mean it's private property. I'm not going to go up to somebody and film or record it, but I did do a couple videos discussing it. I did one called The Psychology of Door Knocking, and another one I did a video where when I found a Morgan dollar, I showed the clip and then gave a little bit of a presentation on how to go about door knocking after showing people that I found a Morgan dollar from door knocking. Yes, Amy, I'm a little bit behind. I'm trying to read some of them, but also I noticed some people on the stream were lagging behind as well. Yes, Leia, it was mighty tasty. See you later, JCs. I haven't found silver in a coin store in a while. But then again, I haven't been going to the grocery store a lot that has it. Hey, I guess I can ask you guys a question on the fly. I'm sure there's products out there. The main computer I use doesn't have enough USB ports for everything I need to do. Is there any crazy contraptions where you can plug multiple USB plugs into something and plug it into your tower? Do those exist? Because I need more USB ports on my main computer. No double egg. Yeah, Subway egg I'm not a big fan of. It's like rubber. They're like rubber hockey pucks. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to buy one of those adapters. I figured they existed, but I've never used one before. Okay, it's called an Anchor. Sweet. I gotta get me one of those. A GoPro would be, if you're talking about coin roll hunting, a GoPro would be terrible for it. GoPros are better for like action shots and stuff. GoPros are not good for like metal detecting and stuff like that. Very poor quality. Well, I mean, not poor, but not as personal. The audio is not as good. But they're more for action videos, like, you know, fast movement and stuff like that, and underwater, all that sort of stuff. And you can't do close-up shots with them either. Ah, HDMI to USB extension. I could do that too, because I don't even use the HDMI on mine. This is the last roll of this box. And we couldn't squeak out a last-ditch effort silver. I'm dropping coins all over the place. Alright, well, I'll leave that here for a minute. I need a drink. I couldn't tell you the best cameras for metal detecting, but I just use cheap, the old style flip cams, the JVC Averios that have the 40 times optical zoom. They do really good for close-up. You can get them cheap on eBay, and they do shoot in high definition, although it's not going to be the greatest as far as for filtering out light and wind noise and all that sort of stuff. How's your mom doing? Will your dad ever be in one of your videos? I don't think I've seen him before. I briefly showed him in a couple of my videos. He's just not real. He's a little camera shy. But if my video about a month ago from the project house, I did one on that said like I bought a workshop or something. I think he was in the beginning of that one. So he has been in a couple of my videos, but not many of them, but you can look that video up. It says something like I bought a workshop full of tools. It was something like that. So while we're chatting here, so that box we got, we did pretty good. 4 silvers out of the first box, 3 out of the second box. That box only had 1 NIFC. Isn't that crazy? And then I've got that weird one that I really got to check out later. I still don't know if that's damage or not. And then I got the clipped planchet, of course. So that was definitely a good night of hunting. While we're standing here and chatting, I'm going to see if I can kind of expand this view here and see if it's easier for me to check for those 74Ds. Because I got a stack of them here from that box. We're going to take a look here. Oh yeah, this is going to be easier to see here. So we're just going to look at a couple of these, and I'll try to hang up and look at the chat a little bit. So no doubling on that one for sure. There's no doubling on that one. I'm going to try to bring the view in on this a little bit closer. We're going to get up real close and personal with these 74s. And see if we can find us a DDO tonight. All right. Yeah, this is pretty good quality here. So if there's one in here, I should be able to see it. Not seeing it there. I'm going to move some of the other stuff out of the way here first. Oh yeah, and I forgot we had that proof coin too in the last box. So the last box made up for not having one less silver, but I got a proof and a couple nice other ones with it. Oh yeah, that's that 95 I'm going to keep. I got to get all these out of the way. That's a weird one I'm going to keep. That goes back. And that goes back. All right. Let's get back to looking at some of these here. No, Joel, I don't have any sponsors. I just like spending time on these live streams with everyone. So if you want to sponsor the channel, make a super chat. And I will give you a sticky or I will dunk the basketball. Not seeing it there. Definitely not on that one. What is this one? Why'd I set that aside? It goes in the bag. Nope. 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 And there goes a coin. Nope. Here, look at this one up close. I think we got one. I gotta compare these to some online. That definitely has some doubling on it. Let me try to point this out here. The top of the 4, the inside of the U, and the S. I'm going to have to compare this to some other ones. This might be a DDO right there. I'm going to look at it up with my naked eye here a second. Well, I don't know on that one. I'll take a look at it later. Yeah, it might just be machine doubling on that one. I think you guys are right. I don't think that's an actual DDO. Da, da, da. Yeah, I think the other one was just machine doubling. on that one. Definitely not on that one. Definitely not on that one. No go there. Nope. And nope. So let's check that other one more time here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just machine doubling on that one. Okay. I had 3 more up here. Or no, those were not 74Ds. Okay, so no DDOs tonight. I'll get better at looking for those. It's just I have to compare it to one. We'll go back to my 1915 Barber quarter that we started at. Yeah, Rob does find a lot of the 74 DDOs. I didn't get any. I got a whole bucket of them I got to go through yet, so we'll see what happens. When I look at coins through a scope for hours, all look doubled from light. Yeah, I mean, they can all start. You can start seeing double when you look at too many coins. Not sure what's up with that Super Sleuth. I don't know. Going through the new streaming software, it's kind of weird. I don't know. It just changes some things. I wonder if not as many people found the stream. No idea. On my streaming software here, I can't see. I don't see the likes, so I have no idea. Hey, W. Solis, big fan from Greenfield, California. I'm really liking the setup, so sharp and clear. You can see every nook and cranny as well as the dates in those coins. Yeah, it's really awesome. I'm looking forward to doing more videos like this here. This is just the start of it tonight. Yeah, you can get crystal clear in on there. I got a little manual focus on it that I can get down to every little detail. Super sharp. Yep, I've literally have a bucket of 74Ds that I've pulled out of boxes from like the last several months, so I pretty much guarantee I've got at least 1 or 2 DDOs in that bucket. I was saving them for when I got the USB microscope. I was thinking about doing a big video looking for one. Gold miner, the bank bags, only some banks do that. I don't know all the banks. I use a local branch that gives out the bags. You just have to find out if your bank does it or not. Thank you, Kelly. Have a good night. I'll show you, I have something up here I'll show you guys really quick for those of you who stayed in the stream long. I have a really cool find I made not too long ago. It's on a Zimbabwe banknote. Wait till you see it. It's a binary radar. Oh, I gotta zoom this out a little bit. Well, I'll show this part up here. $500 million. Well, let's turn it this way. Look at that serial number. 5566655. One of my best banknote finds in quite a while. People keep asking, this is the microscope I'm using. right there. You can see the bird watermark right there. So yep, got that not too long ago. It's real money. You just can't spend it. Oh yeah, 11000011 would be awesome. Subscribe for the 5th time. YouTube keeps unsubscribing my favorite channels. Well, thanks for subscribing for the 5th time. I appreciate it. Awesome, Christopher. Good to hear that. Yeah, I got, man, I really have some awesome coins that I've kind of saved over the years. I'm going to have to put under the scope. I got some really cool stuff. So I'm going to have to take some time to put it all together and prepare a presentation for everyone. It'll be really cool. All right, well, I think I'm going to go now. It's been fun. Thanks for everyone for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Thanks to Joel for becoming a new member today. I really appreciate that. And for anybody just stopping in, I'll just do a brief recap. We'll just go really quickly through all the finds. We're not going to go through. I'm not going to go through all the. So for box 1. The best finds were a brilliant uncirculated, sort of mint set-like 2011 D NIFC. And I got 4 1967 40% silvers. This one is a nice high grade. So we got 4 of those. And then move them out of the way. That was the best finds for box number 1. And then box number 2, the best finds were a 78S proof, a 2018 gold-toned NIFC that is a slightly misaligned die on the reverse as well. So that's pretty cool on a new one. We got the clipped planchet error on a bicentennial right there. And then I got a brilliant uncirculated 1995 that I'm keeping only because there's like next to 0 scratches on it. And then we got, I just noticed this now, we did 3 years in a row in the last box. 1967, 1968D, and 1969D. So that was what we found tonight in $1,000 of half dollars. It was a really fun time hanging out here with everyone and testing out the new microscope. So with that, I'll leave you a view of this wacky rainbow-toned one we found with all kind of spots. Who knows? Could be a gasoline toner, but pretty crazy. Black Dog, the scopes run about $40, but I got one like new. It's still in the box with everything for like $28 or something. All right, so thanks everyone for stopping by, and I will see you all later. Take care.